Welcome to your next flipped learning video. Mr. Bachman and Mrs. Anderson here.
Hey guys.
Today we're going to be talking to you guys about skip counting by 2s, 5s, and 10s. I'm going to talk to you about some 2s, skip counting by 2s, while Mrs. Anderson is going to talk to you about 5s and 10s. But make sure you watch the whole video because at the very end, we've got a special challenge we want you to do. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. If you'll take a look at, let's just use this one. It's pretty colorful. Take a look at this hundreds chart right here, friends. You'll notice in the blue, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I want you to focus on those blue columns because what we're going to be talking about is skip counting by 2s. Skip counting by what? Wow, that was loud. 2s, you're right. Good job. Very authoritative. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. What do you notice about that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. Oh my gosh, it's a pattern. A what? A pattern. I want you to look at the very last number, or in this case, the first number because there's only one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. If a number ends in a 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0, that means it's an even number, which means you are skip counting by 2s. Do it with me, would you? 2, 10. Make sure you say 10, not 0. That would be weird. 12. 16, 18, 20. Now friends, we could go all the way to 100, but I don't want to. Let's stop at 20 because that's all we need to worry about for first grade. So, we have, let's do it one more time. Let's do our big Papa Bear voice. Are you ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Pat yourselves on the back. When you skip count by 2s, remember 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0 means you're skip counting by 2s. Mrs. Anderson, you ready?
I'm so ready.
Let's do it.
Alright, I'm going to use this black and white board here so it's a little bit easier to see for us. Mr. Bachman shared 2s with us and now I'm going to share 5s and then 10s. So starting with 5s, I'm going to circle 2 columns. That's all you need to worry about when you count by 5s, when you skip count by 5s. So I'm going to circle this column here and I'm going to circle this column here. And you might notice a pattern about them. Take a look at those numbers there and see what you can see. If you said that you see 5s after all of these numbers here at the end, you're exactly right, and I want you to pat yourself on the back. Nice job. Now if you look over here, you'll also see a pattern. What pattern is that? You got it. There is a 0 at the end of all of these numbers. And I want you to be thinking about that as we're counting because that's what we're going to be focusing on. It's going to end with a 5 or a 0. So let's go ahead and start skip counting. When you skip count by 5s using a 100 chart, you're going to start at the top left and you're going to work your way over across the row. You say this first number that's circled, which is 5, nice, and then we say 10, jump down to the next row. First number that's circled is 15, and then 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Awesome job. It was as easy as that to count by 5s. Now I want you to try it a little bit faster this time. Do you think you can do it? I think you can. Let's give it a try. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Awesome job. Give yourself a round of applause. Awesome. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to erase the 5s here. And you're only going to see this last column. We don't want to worry about the 5s anymore because now we're going to count by 10s. So we have this one column here. Counting by 10s is super easy. If you can count by 5s, you can definitely count by 10s. So all we're going to do is go straight down the row, starting at the top. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, now it's your turn. All by yourself. Let's hear it. Awesome job,
Wow.
you guys. I am so proud of you. You just skip counted by 2s, 5s, and 10s. Mr. Bachman, if you'd like to come over and help us tell the challenge here.
Are we ready?
I think so.
All right, friends. Mrs. Anderson came up with a great challenge for you this week. And this is your challenge. You are going to
you're going to make up a song, and you're going to skip count by 2s, 5s, or 10s. You don't have to do it by all of them, but choose 2s, 5s, or 10s, and come up with any song. It can be the tune to a song you already know, or you can make it up all by yourself. Any way you do it, that's fine. You have to let Mr. Stecker or Mr. Bachman or Mrs. Anderson hear that song tomorrow morning, and we can't wait to hear it. Use your creative juices.
Any one of us, friends. It doesn't have to be all three of us, just one of us. As long as you tell us your song, you're going to get credit for the challenge. Oh, I'm so excited. Mrs. Anderson, are you excited?
I am. What do they get if they do it?
They get their picture on the Facebook page. They get, not only on the Facebook page, but with Mr. Stecker, which is awesome. They get a free pencil, and they get the satisfaction of a job well done of watching another Flip Learning video.
That sounds awesome.
For Mr. Bachman, I'm Mrs. Anderson.
No,
I'm Mr. Bachman. She's Mrs. Anderson. Have a great evening, first grade. We'll see you tomorrow. Emerson Elementary.
We fly! Good night.